Okay, hi everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode on Woodside Farm. So, as I had such a good reaction from episode 8, doing the harvest with the New Holland Combine and the John Deere, which is currently following me somewhere. Hopefully it's still there. Yeah, it's still coming, slowly. I think it's still got its header on the trailer. Yeah, I've had such a good reaction, and I need the money to get the forage harvester to do our silaging. I've decided to get them out again, and we're going to take them over to field number 5, which is a relatively large field. It's not massive, but I think we could do with 2 combines on it. And that is quite a twisty, tight track, as everything is on this map, which is just one of the things which is so good about it. Really like that. But it's just up here the turning. I didn't have a clue how to get there before. I've had to look around for about 15 minutes to see where it was. Initially I went all the way up to the store, which is virtually where it is, just to see how to get to that field, and it ended up being right here, so I completely wasted my time there. But the entrance is just here on the left, so I'm going to have to get a good enough swing to get into here with the trailer and for the John Deere to follow me without crashing, which it probably won't do. Hopefully it will manage it. Right, the New Holland's through and the John Deere just about is through. On the 3rd attempt I've had to reset it once. That is one of the issues with the map. It is quite difficult to do this, but I really do like the narrow, tight lanes which it has provided, which is really nice. Of course it does come with its disadvantages as well. That is totally expected with these low-hanging trees. So we'll now continue, and I think the key here is slow and steady, especially with that John Deere and its incapable driver. I'm worried it's going to lose its header. I mean, it doesn't, realistically it probably doesn't even need a header trailer because the header is so small. It's just when you're going through these narrow gates the header doesn't fit through them, so that is the only issue. This is remarkable though. It's like a tunnel of trees. Or it is a tunnel of trees, I should say. Yes, it's coming. I don't know, it's got some wheel slip. It's in 4-wheel drive, but it seems to be still struggling. I don't know if it's hit a tree or what, but I think what I'll do is I'll zoom ahead in this, and I could actually get it going, get it started. The header on this one does seem to lock on a lot better than on the John Deere. Now, someone did actually suggest, I can't remember who it was, I apologise for that. Someone did suggest that I get a different header trailer, or a different header with a locking script, so that it can't fall off, which is a very good idea. I'm going to have to look into that, because something which happens a lot with me is the header comes flying off the trailer, whatever speed I drive, because I tend to clip it on the side of a hedge, and the collision of course knocks it off. So yeah, definitely a locking script is required on this map, I'd say. Oh, we've hit some, oh, I've hit a hedge, whoops. Oh! Now that is interesting. Not to worry, we'll continue. I'll drop the header trailer off, I think, and I'll try and fish that out of the hedge there in a minute or two. Now this header trailer wants to be somewhere accessible, but not blocking the way. Yeah, there's me saying that header stayed on the trailer better. Clearly not. So, now for the John Deere, which is also having trouble. Again, the header has come off and it's got stuck. So, it probably would be easier if I just did it all myself and drove instead of using the follow me mod for these tighter areas. But yeah, I'll be back in a second. Right, the John Deere is through. Finally. We'll make a good start here. Now, I'm not sure what it's on. I think it's on chop mode. So this will be, due to high demand for this, we'll be doing some baling in this field. Just change that over. There we go. And again, I'm going to have to do the headland myself, just so it doesn't mess up, and then they can go on a worker. Now, I think I should probably get the traction trailer in a minute or two, but I just want this to have a good start first. Now, I did put the differential on and all that to get through there. But as I say before, with these smaller combines, when it comes to baling, it is quite difficult due to the windrows being so close together. So I'm going to have to use a windrower, or the rake as you may call it, and line it all up in a good line, and that makes it much easier to bale. That's an interesting incline just there. And also, it looks like we've got some telegraph poles going through this field. That makes it more of a challenge. And I do have to go and get the combine's header back. I think what I might have to do with that New Holland is actually reset it again, unfortunately, because I can't really see a way of getting through the collisioned hedge to get that header back. So, yeah, it'd probably be best if I just reattempt the whole thing. Yeah, I don't know if the auto combine will be able to go round them or not. I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, first impressions, this field doesn't actually feel to be too big, but then when you're actually going around it, especially with a small combine like this, it's actually massive. But we do need the money, because I really need to get the forage harvester to do our silaging. Really needs to do silaging. But is it true that you can't sell silage on this map? Because it doesn't show up in the information page, and also I can't see a biogas power plant anywhere, so I am assuming you can't actually sell silage, which isn't necessarily a problem, because I need it anyway for my animals. It's just we can't make any extra money. We've got some more trees in this field which do need to be sorted out. I'll tell you something, they must have had a serious storm or something for all these trees to blow down. But we'll continue with this John Deere, and then we will of course get that New Holland going again. And I also do need to get the tractor, so two things to do. And once I've gone around here once, I should be able to put it onto a worker round the headlands, and then when it's done a big enough headland, I can then put it onto going up and down the field, which is of course a bit more realistic. Also, if I was driving the combine, instead of having it to go up and down the same area, I would sort of go up. In real life there'd be a few tram lines which you'd go across, and then I'd go down in the middle of the crop. That way you can go round in a circle in a select area, and that makes it easier to empty. Makes it much easier for the tractor and trailer. Yeah, we definitely needed two combines though, if only two were functioning. Right, okay. We'll bring up our auto combine. Not sure if that's switched on or not. That one there. Round, and our worker active side is left, I believe. Go on, sort yourself out. And we'll have to reset that, and also the harvester itself. Unfortunately, I really didn't want to do that, but it isn't too far to bring it back, and hopefully that will be able to continue without messing up. So we can now go to this combine again, and we can put the header on the trailer. A lot of faffing about, not what I wanted to do, clearly. Yeah, there's JCB from a previously reset time. From last time that got stuck. We'll put something on the header trailer. Desperately need a locking script. And you're going to have to be even more steady down that track now, because it flipped off when I was hardly moving. Oh, a cow just walked underneath the combine. Right. Off we go. Attempt number 2. Still, we're doing better than the John Deere combine. I had 3 attempts at getting that through, and finally it is through. It's just as tricky getting out of here, actually. Now, the John Deere combine is virtually full, so I'm going to have to just quickly whiz over there in the lorry. I have actually been up to that field before in this, so I should be able to do it, as long as I can get the trailer through. I've already had to take a branch off this tree, which was actually overhanging. The cab kept hitting it. So through, and we'll head up here. Combine is full. It always shows 99% for some reason, but it is actually 100. And amazingly, this lorry is one of the easiest things I've found to drive up this narrow track, despite it being probably the longest in length, I would say. It's a bumpy track, probably going a little quick there. But we have a job to do. We have to get that harvest in. Okay, let's go and find the combine. Where's it made it to? Just over here, is it? No. Amazingly, the field which we're actually resetting the vehicles in is right there. But I don't think there's a gate into this one. If there was a gate, that would be amazing. If after all this... No, I don't think you can. Wow, where's this combine gone? Have I gone all the way around just to get back to the beginning? I thought it was over here. Look at that. When I last saw it, it was 83% full and pretty much in the same position, so it's managed to go around again and not have to empty. That is amazing. Okay, a few little issues there with it emptying. It's not quite big enough to reach over. But we will park this out of the way. And we will go and get the New Holland again. Okay, so I've got them both moving again, and the New Holland is now in the field. So I think replace the lorry with this, because they're not really big enough, the combines, to reach into that trailer. And I also did say that the lorry is only for selling the grain from the yard, so I think tractor and trailer is the best option here. I'm going to stick with that. And I also need to put the New Holland onto the baling mode so that we can bale it. And here we are in the field. They're both here. So far so good, although I'll be happier when there's more headland taken off. Guess they're a little close together. I'm not sure how they got so close together, because I started them at opposite ends of the field, which is a bit weird. So, a bit of a queue at the moment. It should be good when it's all done. Yeah, the telegraph poles might be an issue. We'll find out now, actually. wow, it's actually intelligent enough to go around it. I think the header might have gone through it a bit there, but it doesn't seem to be a collision. This is going well. That makes a change. I think this John Deere tractor with the trailer looks good, the green trailer. Definitely suits it very well. Anyway, we better keep up because they'll be needing to be emptied soon. And again, we might as well sell this straight off instead of going back to the yard every time. I think actually I will just empty the New Holland first. Oh, and its reel is a little low there. I'll have to try and adjust that. Get some out of it. 23% now. Now the John Deere's turn. I think we'll do that when it turns around though. Yeah, that's where it messed up. The New Holland, for some reason, decided to go across there to begin with, which is actually messed it up more than I thought it would do. Good opportunity to do the reel. That's way too low. That's the corner tidied up a bit. You should now be able to recognise where to go. Once it's messed around down there, they can go across the field, which should make it easier. Now I've got a telegraph pole. What will it do? It's doing something. Can't move. It's trying to negotiate it. It's impressive. It's thinking. Tricky, but I think he's going to do it. He has. It's actually managed to go around it. I'm impressed by that. That is good. Right then, the New Holland can now go across the field instead of going around the headland. The hardest bits have been done. That makes it easier when baling as well. John Deere can probably go across the lower side of the field, and the New Holland can do the higher side. I might just have to sort out that New Holland though, because there's still a bit of a curve on there which I don't want. Yeah, that's really confusing it. Don't want it to. I think that's the side of the field. That is one of the issues with having a worker. It's fine if you've got a good shaped field to begin with, or if combine doesn't mess up halfway through, but as soon as something like that happens, it doesn't really know what to do. Should be okay now, I think. Right, John Deere's coming. That can stay at the other end though. Oh, it's changed active side on its own. That's weird. That one's still going strong. Good. So, I'm impressed. I thought this would be quite a difficult field. It's messed up once, I think. Possibly twice. Overall, very good. I want to stop this John Deere going around the circle now because it's just making it harder for the New Holland. There's more turning time, less productivity. And we're actually very close to the store, believe it or not, but we have to go the long way around. Just to sell it, I think. I think we do. Unless there's a secret gate, which I have not discovered. So it takes quite a long time for these two combines to actually fill up, so that's not too much of an issue. Make sure it goes up here, and then it can go up and down the field. Yep, good. Okay, we can now do our emptying of the yellow one. Now once we've emptied both the combines again, we'll go and sell it and we'll come back for the final load. It'll be that's the New Holland empty. Now for the John Deere, perfect timing. It's going to turn around and we'll be able to empty it going back down again. Trailer's almost full, well 67%, looks quite full. But we should be able to fit the small capacity of this one in it, I hope. Right, that's empty. And that is the John Deere empty as well. So we've got 4 virtually full tank loads there. Feeling very heavy on this 6410, but it's managing it well. We're not totally full. believe it or not, I'm actually grounded. The underside of the tractor has hit the floor. I think a bit of diff lock is going to be required here. Must have been really muddy at some point to create these ruts, to travel outside the ruts. Didn't have a problem with the ruts with the combine because it's much higher up. But the tractor, being quite a small tractor, it's quite hard for it. It's quite difficult. Four-wheel drive and foot to the floor. I'm still not doing it. Well, just about. There's one heavy trailer load. It's a good job it's not muddy. Yeah, I got some wheel spin again. The weight of the trailer must have put the tractor's suspension down. Right then, finally let's go to the store and we'll sell load number 1. And see what we can get for this. Now of course before it was wheat that we were doing and now we're doing barley, so we shouldn't really have affected the price of barley at all. I would imagine the price of wheat is now down as we've sold quite a bit. And up goes the money. Load number 2, let's go. I think it'll be 2 out of 2. Right, back in the field. They've actually almost finished, but head to head for that final piece. I think we should let New Holland do it. So we'll end the worker here. And actually that can be emptied and then folded up. And that'll be the fill complete. Okay, and that one can go off there. Back into the tractor, we'll go and catch up with the New Holland. I'll probably take it off a worker actually, because we can finish this bit off here on our own. When it gets to the end of this bit just here, we will finish it off. But I don't know, it does really need to be done with a windrower to get a good swath to bale, but I guess you could have an attempt. It's actually done it quite well, better than I thought it would do, which would save quite a lot of time and effort. I'm not sure actually why that bit hasn't been done in baling mode. That is a bit funny. I'm sure I did set the John Deere to do it. Must have turned it off by accident. But the majority of it is, and it's putting nutrients back into the soil anyway, so it's not a great loss. And the final bit. Now we probably haven't made that much money out of this load, but when we've sold everything in storage as well, we will have considerably more. But we probably will still have to rent the forage harvester. I'm not sure. We'll see. We can park this one as well. Fold that down. And engine off. Right, we're just going to sell this trailer load, see what we make from it, and that will be today's work on the farm. I'm going to be back over the bumpy track. It is very bumpy. I think ideally we should be driving a bigger tractor. We also had to get those two fields drilled as well, 1 and 2. Still not really decided what to put in it. Possibly sugar beet. Could do sugar beet, because I don't think we've got any actually planted on this map. And I do prefer doing sugar beet over potatoes. But anyway, here we are. We will just go and empty this, and hopefully we should get 40,000, maybe just short of that. Not quite. So yeah, almost 38,000, which is pretty good. I'm happy with that. That's it for today though. Thanks for watching everyone, hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and we have actually progressed quite well. That is another field done. We're going to have to do quite a bit of drilling though, and that does also mean we have to do some baling on that field first. And then yeah, we should be able to get the forage harvester and do some silaging, hopefully next week. Anyway, thanks for watching, and bye for now.